I'm I'll reach out to you on some of the stuff I'll go over after the other training, but I wanted to go through the training on the boss babes. So, um I had posted one of them on our group page last week for unit meeting, and then I'm going to share live on here this week. So let me open that. Mhm. Okay. And of course, my computer is going to be slow. Okay. Share screen.
Hi, this is Senior National Sales Director Lene Tate, and I'm so honored to be sharing with you today about a risk I personally took in my Mary Kay business over 20 years ago as a brand new consultant. What does risk mean to you? The definition of risk doesn't have a very good connotation. It's synonymous with words like threat, peril, danger, trouble, pitfall. Does anyone like any of those things? I married a risk taker. He loves to do things like jump out of airplanes, motocross across the mountains of Nicaragua and Honduras on mission trips where there are no roads, climb mountains like Mount Rainier. He just biked 117 miles in one day for fun. No, thank you. I am personally the complete opposite. I am happy to stay safe and comfortable. And as a former elementary school, I loved my daily rhythms and routines in my classroom each day. I loved how I would have my things organized in the closet and projects for each day for my children. But I love my husband, and I've always had a desire to be a difference maker. And I will tell you, my husband, being a risk taker, has challenged me and grown me in ways that I would never want to change. When I started Mary Kay, we had just had our second child, a beautiful baby girl, and we had just recently relocated to Virginia, a new state for us. And I had decided to come home from teaching to be at home with our two young children. I was nervous when I got started with Mary Kay, and I definitely did not believe I would do well in sales. And I definitely wasn't planning on taking any kind of risk. Of course, everything is risky, right? When we decide to go to school, to get a degree, to try out for new sports, to learn an instrument, to get married, to have kids, to drive a car, we're taking risks. We aren't guaranteed a specific outcome, but we're hopeful for a good one. Isn't that what faith is? Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance of what we do not see. You see, faith requires risk, stepping into the uncertainty, not knowing for sure if something is going to work out as we planned, but trusting that God will guide our steps. I found an article I'd like to share with you on positive risk. Just like negative risk, positive risks are uncertain and may or may not occur. But when they do happen, they can boost your organization's ability to achieve critical business goals. We can also call positive risk opportunities. Positive risks increase profitability, establish a strong market position, and enhance competitive advantage. Think about that advantage. Bingo. That's what Mary Kay understood when she took the risk to take her $5,000 in savings and invest it in a 500 square foot storefront. She started Beauty by Mary Kay. She took all her experience in sales and wrote a business plan that I believe is unparalleled to anything out there. It's been taught in business classes, universities, mimicked, and yet here we stand 60 years later, still as the #1 direct selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics around the globe. Wow. When I signed up for Mary Kay, I finally decided to take a risk to do something I had never done, had no experience in, and didn't feel like it was in my DNA. The second risk I took was extremely scary for me. However, I know this risk propelled my entire business as a consultant to earning a car, to becoming a sales director, to sitting here as a senior national sales director today. Do you want to know what that risk is? I took a risk to have some product on hand. After I told my director I would absolutely not be investing in any type of inventory. After all, I had purchased my starter kit on a credit card. My director shared with me that Mary Kay said you can't sell from an empty wagon. Maybe you've heard that before. You need to have some skin in the game, right? I've heard that too. The perks that she shared with me was that there was a 90% buyback guarantee in your first year, freebies I could sell for 100% commission, and the ease of having product on hand, selling more, and being able to deliver those products immediately. My director explained the dress shop analogy to me. If I went into a store, fell in love with a dress, that I had to wait for them to order it, and nearby was a store with my size that I could get that day, which dress shop would I buy it from? I understood the analogy, but I had already made up my mind I would not be investing in inventory since we were broke and strapped. Here's what I want you to know. My recruiter came by and I had a relationship with her. She was my friend and she went through the inventory options with me a second time. And I did trust her, but I still didn't want to take a risk. I shared it with my husband, who, as you heard, is a born risk taker. Up to this point in my life, I played it safe in most decisions I had made. We had some school loans to pay off. We had some credit card debt, and bills seemed to be piling up. And we were trying to live on one salary, my husband's youth pastor salary. And yes, I think it's safe to say most people who go into ministry do not go into it for money or the unlimited earning potential. We were really living paycheck to paycheck. I casually shared the inventory options with my husband, and he said, get a full store. And if you don't like it, sell it and double your money. Laugh out loud, right? It was a no-brainer for him. But for me, oh my goodness, my brain works so differently. He then asked me, Lene, if you were to open up an ice cream shop, how much ice cream would you sell if you didn't serve ice cream? Something about his analogy hit me. If I was to walk into an ice cream shop, frozen yogurt shop, and there was no ice cream or yogurt, how would I expect that shop to stay in business or be successful? And so this decision propelled me to invest in some product on hand. I came in at a star level, and that one decision hinged on countless others to follow. When I saw those products arrive at our doorstep, I knew that I was in business, that I had made a commitment to start a small business. And I want to share with you some things I learned from taking this risk. I just said it a few minutes ago. First thing, I learned commitment. Every time I saw those products, I knew I had made a commitment to give Mary Kay, my business, 1 year, my all, and that I could grow a customer base that would pay me for years to come. I knew that growing a customer base was significant. And even if I decided to work my business 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week or more, I was building a customer base that would continue to pay me in the future. I learned I was teachable. I could learn new skills, and that direct sales was simply filling a need and that I could make up to a 50% profit. I learned that if I went out and sold 100, I could put 50 into our family's account. And that was huge for us. My first goal was actually to sell $50 a week just to take my kids to Chick-fil-A or to buy them a pair of shoes. It turned into so much more than I ever dreamed possible. I learned the power of goal setting. Up to this point, I really had never set any type of goals. Mary Kay taught me how to set small goals, 90-day goals, and big goals, yearly goals. And that was huge for me. It really taught me consistency in my business. And I learned I was in business for myself, but not by myself. I had mentors pouring into me, guiding me along the way, and showing me the way since they had already walked the way that I was just beginning. I never dreamed the risk of starting my Mary Kay business and what appeared to be a risky decision to have some product on hand would lead to me earning my first car and becoming a sales director in my first 4 months and earning a pink Cadillac 10 months later from signing my independent beauty agreement. This decision not only impacted me, it impacted my team members as well. You know the saying, monkey see, monkey do. My team members were following my lead to start their own businesses and with some product on hand so that they could build their customer base, and they also begin to build their own individual teams. I want to ask you a question. What risk are you contemplating in your business right now that could propel you toward success? What have you been unwilling to do that you are now willing to step into for your future? Think about that. What have you been unwilling to do in your business that taking a risk, no matter what that might be for you, it could be seeing your first 30 faces in 30 days. It could be having some product on hand. It could be that you're just going to determine that you're going to make 10 reach outs a day. What have you been unwilling to do that you're willing to do to create success in your future? I like to ask my consultants, where could you see yourself a year from now? How about 3 years from now? How about 5 years from now? And is what you're doing today going to help you reach those goals? If the answer is no, I want to challenge you to take a leap of faith, step into a risk, and quit playing it safe. Let's step out into the unknown. And something that my mentors often shared with me is if you could have anything, be anything, or do anything with Mary Kay, what would you have, be, or do? I am cheering you on. The choice is yours, and we want to see you have your best year yet. God bless and make it a great day.
Yay. Okay. So hopefully that helped. And I know, Julia, you are probably getting to, I'm assuming you have choir tonight. So if you're not able to chat, I totally get it. But I definitely I would love to hear you guys' feedback if you're watching this later. And it is on our group page. And I'll post the link too if you want to just go back and listen to that specific recording as well. A couple of the other things I want to really share tonight, because we're going to keep it a little bit shorter. At least that's my idea for Thursdays. But I have this sheet that I have to fill out and send a picture of it to Tammy. So it's really our goals for the unit. Tina has one, and this is being posted in Susie's group as well. And she has one as well. And it's just about our goals. So our goal for the month of January is to do 12,000 wholesale. And so it's really just breaking it down into how many new team members we need and who already has who has a goal to move up. So if you have a goal to move up to a senior consultant or red jacket, team leader, DIQ, or on target car, I'd love to put you on our sheet and chat with you. I'm going to send this a picture to you guys as well so that you guys can let me know where you're at. And I am opening up where if you can re-earn or earn the Pearls of Sharing in the month of January. How you do that is when you have 3 people listen to the business information, I'm able to follow up with them. You will get the earrings. When you have 6, then you'll get the bracelet, and when you have, believe it is 9 and 1 new team member, then you will get the necklace. So that is for where I'm opening that up to, normally it's just for new consultants, but I'm going to open that back up to everybody in the month of January. And then with the training that we got at this last weekend at January Jumpstart, I'm going to be doing launch parties for for everybody. So if you would like help with doing a virtual launch party, this one will be without samples. I would also be happy to help you with some with samples. Then I'd love to connect and really get that and start doing empowerment calls as well to really help you guys move to your goal. Because I know when I was working towards big things, that helped me a ton doing that with Tina. So I definitely want to connect with you guys and get that all done. Um, Yes, Julie, that like I love that. Inventory makes a huge difference. Like I know myself, like having it on hand, you definitely do sell more. So I love that takeaway. So yay. Well, Julia, thanks again for jumping on. Yes, yeah. It's really easy to sell the products when you have it on hand. So I love it. Yay. And you are so good at going out and doing selling to the dealership. So it's so fun to watch your growth with that. It's been amazing. But that's really all I have for tonight. But let's connect. I'll send this a picture of this to you, Julia. And then let's connect and see when we can chat, even if it's after your kids are in bed or on your way home from choir or whatever it needs to be. So that we can get you to where you want to be. So, yay. Thanks for jumping on. I'm excited to connect with you guys soon, and I will talk to you guys all soon.